Well, hello and welcome back to another exciting edition of Coffee with Stephen. So this week's blog is entitled David Harnett. Now, there are a lot of things that are going on in our body politic right now, but I wanted to sort of pause and give somewhat of a eulogy, I guess, to sort of an intellectual hero of mine. When I was a student at the University of San Francisco, I had to take, like all the students that went to USF, I had to take Western Civilization. Now, this is a 2-semester course. It's a 1-year course, and it is taught by a professor, or was taught by a professor named Dr. David Harnett. Now, many of you have asked me how I developed my speaking style, my presentation kind of style, things like that, my sartorial, style. This can largely be traced back to David Harnett. Now, when I first matriculated at USF, I already was a lover of history, although, albeit most of my focus had been on U.S. history. Dr. Harnett was really the one who expanded my intellectual curiosity to include European history, especially European history of antiquity. He was also really the one who created an explosive interest in me in political philosophy. Dr. Harnett, while his lectures were utterly riveting, it was the way he spoke, it was the way he conducted himself that really made the lasting impact on me. Dr. Harnett was, at a very fundamental level, an exquisite professional. Everything he did was calculated to generate an emotional response on the part of his audience. The way he stood, the way he gestured, the inflection of his voice, everything was calculated. Nothing was just sort of naturally occurring. His style, while I have never been able to adequately mimic it, it served as the inspiration for the way that I speak. Sadly, the other day we were talking about Dr. Harnett, and I was thinking to myself, my God, the man must be in his late 80s by this point. And I Googled him to see what he was doing, whether he was still teaching. And sadly, I learned that he passed away just about a year ago in Philadelphia, where he had retired and was holding court among all of his neighbors in the Wallace district of Philadelphia. Anyways, that was really the inspiration for me to write the blog. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're able to get something out of it, as much as not anywhere near what I got out of taking his course, but interesting nonetheless. As always, train constantly, train consistently, train repetitively, and train with purpose. Above all else, stay safe.